You know who John Milius is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this story that I've always loved, that John Milius did. He did Conan the Barbarian, and he wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger to play Conan, and the producer, whoever the producer was, did not want Arnold Schwarzenegger to play Conan because like he was inexperienced, he wasn't an actor, he didn't want like some no name in there. So like the guy got all like huffy, he like stood up on his desk and like put his finger in John Milius's face and was like, no, like anybody other than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And John Milius was like, okay. And, like producer sat down, put his feet up on the desk and said, okay, who do you want to play Conan the Barbarian? And John Milius said, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, the producer just kind of like conceded and was like, all right, fine, like pick whoever you want.
Yeah.
And I always loved that story, but it also kind of made me think of like what Conan the Barbarian might be like if Dustin Hoffman played him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, are you going there? You want to go? You want to go there?
I want to be pulling Milius a little bit here, where it's like, does it change the story at all by changing the actor that drastically? Like here's an actor who could never play the character. Yeah. Does it have to change the story?
I'm not sure if it changes the story.
Right.
The issue with the current Conan the Barbarian movie is I'm probably saying that wrong. Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is such a figure.
Yeah.
That tells half the story. Just him shirtless. Once again, shirtless. What's with you and the shirtless guys today?
Man, I am on one. You know?
Arnold Schwarzenegger just being him tells the story of like why he's so dominant as a fighter.
Yeah.
So I think Dustin Hoffman, it really is like impossible, which is why John Milius probably said it. Like you can't do Dustin Hoffman. The guy's like 5'2" or something like that, you know. He's like 115 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah. He can still crush his enemies, though.
So yeah, he can't do it. Yeah, not with his bare hands, though.
I can crush my enemies.
Yeah, if I had Conan.
I can crush my enemies. Yeah. You hear the lamentation of their women.
Yeah. So how would you now convert this to a Dustin Hoffman Conan? I think you tell the same story.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just got to be like sneaky now, you know, like it's more like a stealth mission.
What if you could do it sneaky?
Where he's sneaking into the like whatever, the palace or whatever to try and get his he's just, you know, he's more like the sneaky thief who's kind of like I'm trying to think of a different word other than sneak so I don't keep saying sneak. But yeah,
sly?
He's just like what?
Sly? He's a sly.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that word. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But no, yeah, like I think that that would be the main difference, and then he would keep his shirt on too, obviously.
You would change, So you would basically kind of like change the character though, because Conan is from the books though.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
So what I'm thinking is like you can't change the character. So like, have you seen First Night with Richard Gere?
Yes.
So Richard Gere isn't like a huge guy.
Right.
He's a little bit smaller. He fights, but then he fights like very kind of like ferociously.
Yeah.
Like where he's got this weird like he's in control, but he's also like when he's on the attack, he's outlandishly on the attack, like just disarming guys and, you know. So I think you kind of do that where you make like you make it where, yes, he's a smaller guy because he's been like a slave and he's malnourished. And you could even go into like that a little bit. Like he's a slave, he's been malnourished, he's been mistreated. Yeah. But there's a fire inside of him. And so he's got he's got a sword that probably looks big for him, kind of like where I think Arnold's sword even looked big for Arnold. Yeah. And Arnold's huge. So you give him a sword that looks big for him, and then I think you just make him a very ferocious fighter. You can take his shirt off because he was young at the time. And he probably looked okay with his shirt off. Did he take his shirt off in The Graduate?
Probably.
We saw him shirtless in The Graduate, right? Once again.
I would say so. You
got your actor's
shirt off. The Graduate even... Yeah. The Graduate even... like... They were looking for like a Robert Redford type. They were looking for someone who's like 6'1", 6'2", like blonde hair, like he's supposed to be like a star athlete in college.
Yeah.
So Dustin Hoffman can pull off that kind of like character where it's like, oh, I don't look anything like the character I'm supposed to play, but I could pull it off. Like, like he might just be that good that you really don't have to change Conan the Barbarian too much.
I think he could potentially pull it off. You know, he's already wiry at that age where he's got that energy.
Yeah.
Then I think you give him a sword that looks menacing, and then you can even have him fight bigger opponents, but he's a little bit faster, more ferocious, and like he just wants it more, and maybe he's a little less concerned for like his own safety and well-being.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if he gets killed, fine. If he gets captured, he's going to be returned to slavery. He doesn't want that. Yeah. And he wants revenge so badly that he's just like, that's all that's driving him. So it would be, it wouldn't be the Conan from the books, because I think from the books, Conan actually is more like that, you know, is that the Arnold. You know, like someone like Jason Momoa plays Conan, and they're just huge guys. So they fit the character, but it wouldn't. It would just be a different thing. But I don't know. I do think Hoffman could pull it off.
He is a good enough actor.
Yeah.
He could be completely different.
Yeah, John Milius almost got himself into trouble there. You know, if the guy was like, no, actually, I think Dustin Hoffman could pull off. Could maybe pull it off. I do think Arnold
should have picked a worse actor.
Yeah, Arnold was the better choice, though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not, you know.
Yeah, I would agree with that.